tags. H12. How many you are familiar with the HTML heading tags? H1 to H6, right? Then you can write H1 is the biggest one, font size is bigger, right? Then likewise you can wait. I will add. There are some students are waiting, right? Okay. Then you can write this example also to see how you can embed the HTML tag and with the PHP, right? To display the one line, right? With the heading with H4, right? Whatever the heading tag you can write here within angle brackets, you can write with the echo statement. You can write the H4, and this is the line you want to display, right? Then if you want to change the color of the text, you can write the HTML tag. Remember, style and color, whatever the color you want to display with the text, you can write it in this way, right? Here, H5, whatever the heading you need, you can change the heading tag size, right? H1, H2, whatever the heading tags you want, you can change, and style equal to color red. Color red, that means you can display the your paragraph, either your line with the red color. Right? Once you open the heading tag, you want to close it. Here at the beginning, there is no any colors. Right? You can just write the heading tag, and within the double quotes, you can write the line. Right? In the second line with the echo statement, you write the line with the different color. Right? Now everyone with the computers?
Yes.
Yeah, you can try this example before we go into the second presentation. I thought to have the 2-3 exercises. Right, then end of the statement. End of the statement, you want to write the semicolon. Right. Right. Instead of echo statement, what is the other statement you can use?
Print.
Instead of echo? Anyone can answer?
Print statement.
Huh?
Echo print statement.
Instead of echo statement, what is the different statement you can use?
Echo and print.
Print, yes. Print, right? Either you can write the echo or print. Right? Finish this one. Have you finished the HTML tag? Did you get the you want to save it with the PHP extension, right? Then go to the local host. I run this coding, and then you can display the 2 lines, one with without any color, just black, other one with the red color. Have you seen those output?
Yes, madam. Madam, what's the difference of echo statement and print statement? In which?
Different between echo and print?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, there are no different, right? You can, if you are using the echo or the print, both are similar.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
And then those who have finished this HTML coding, then go to the next one, right? Right. We talk about the string, then data types, right? Numbers, right? Then if you are displaying the array also, we haven't done the array, but you know how to define the array in with the variable, right? Array separate by comma, you can write the numerical array. Right? We will do the array in today's presentation. We have the array part. We will do that until now because we want to display the variable here. How to display the variable? First one, variable name is text, right? The second, that is string. Then second one, that is number, integer, data type is integer. Then using BR tag, you can get the new line, right? Echo within double quote, you want to write with the angle brackets, new line. Right? Then you can display the second variable, that is with the number. Right? And last one, if you are using the array, you want to write the array index. To display the first element of the array, you want to write the index as 0. We are starting the in computer programming also we have done the arrays. Can you remember if we, for the index of the first element you define as a 0 index, that is first element, right? First character of the array. Then likewise, if you want to display the first element, then you want to write the what is the name of the variable within square brace, write the 0. That means you can display the color of red. Is it clear?
Okay, madam.
Yeah, can you see the word file properly?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
And once you finish, please let me know. Right here, it's a mistake here. You want to open the PHP coding, right? Ending is there. Starting one is missing. Right, finish. Right, then next one, we have done some string function. What are the string functions we have done? Right, can you remember in the first presentation? We done the how to find the length of the string, right? If you have defined the string with the variable, then to find the what is the size of the text, either paragraph, you can write the string length, right? To find the length of the string. Then string replacement, right? Instead of one word, you can replace another word. Then convert lowercase to uppercase, right? String to lower, string to upper. If you have the text with the lowercase, you can convert into the uppercase, right? In reverse also you can do. Then you see first uppercase, first letter comes as a uppercase, right? Those functions we have done, right? There are another two functions are available on the string. That is string word count. If you want to count the number of words in that paragraph or line, you can count how many words. Earlier we read what we have, find the string length, the size of the string. Now here we are counting the number of words in the line, right? Then you can define the variable and the string within a double quote, either single quote. Then function name, str, string, word count. There are 3 words with separate by underscore, str, word count. Then you can within bracket, if that is function you want to write within bracket, then you can find the how many word in the, right, how many word in that line. This additional work other than the presentation, just I thought to have these small exercises also to practice you to get more about the strings. No any issue with the WAMP server? Yeah, you can ask Shan Fernando if you have any issue. Okay, string, the counting number of words. What the answer? Here in this text you have the answer is 5. You got the answer?
Yes, madam.
Okay, then we move on to the next one. that is another string function, that is string reverse, right? If you want to display the word in reverse order, right? Then even word or any line, you can make it reverse, right? The same way you can write the here with the variable name. I haven't write the program, just you write it. Same, the previous example, you can edit it. Same coding you can write. Instead of counting the word, you can write the strrev, string reverse. Then within bracket again write the which variable you are going to change, right? Then you can see the output. You can appear the reverse order. Whatever the name or line you display in your variable, it will reverse into the from the class. You can see the output, right? To easiest way, just write your name as a variable, right? If you write the function string reverse, your name letters will come with the reverse order. Okay, can you see the second presentation?
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Now, have you finished the previous exercise?
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Right. Then we move on to the operators in PHP. What are the operators you can use? Right. You can use the other than the variables, the constant values, those functions. We can use the arithmetic operators. Right. Then what are the operators you can use here? You can use the equal sign, then identical, then not equal, right? Then not identical, less than, greater than. These operators you can use when you are writing the PHP coding with the any mathematical calculations. Then logical operators, right? Logical and, or, for, not, and. Those things you can use for the PHP as well. Right? Then we'll see, then move on to the strings. We have done the exercise with the how to combine the two strings. No need to do this exercise, right? Then combination, arithmetic and assignment operator, right? In PHP, you can, like computer programming also, we had practiced those examples, right? How to do the operator and what is the equal. The plus equal, that means the variable equal to variable plus value, right? Then minus, these are the operators which you can use with the PHP. Minus equal, then multiplication, division, and modular equal, and concatenator equal, right? And operator, and here the example and equal operator also given in the table. Okay, then we go to the what are the other operators you can use? Decrease and increment operators also you can use, right? If you know what are the difference between variable with the plus plus, right? And if you write the before the variable plus plus and after the variable plus, that means if you write the plus plus variable a, that is increase a by 1, then return to the value. But if you write the other way, that means variable, first write the variable name, then plus plus, that means in the return the variable a, then increase a by 1, right? The same way you can write the minus minus a and a minus minus, that is decrement part, right? Decrement a by 1, then return to the variable. Likewise, you can use the decrement and increment operators if you are using the PHP mathematical calculations, right? Then under that, we write the example how you can use the increment operator here. Now, first you can write the variable here. You can assign the value, right? Then to display the that value, with the plus plus variable, right? The pre-increment one, then you can see what is the output. If you are using the post-increment variable, then you can see the what are the outputs for post-increment as well. Okay, just type this exercise. Yeah, you can find the what difference between the if you write the pre-increment one and post-increment one. Right? When you write the pre-increment one, the assigning value or assigning variable increase by 1. But if you write the post-increment one, it won't change. Then after you write the second time, right, it will return to the return the variable, then increase by 1. Right? Then only if you write the next again that the same variable, then only it will increase by 1. Right? In the example here it's given example and effect. What is the effect here? Right? According to this table, you can see what are the results you can get when you write this PHP coding. Right? Once you finish, please let me know. I can continue then. Are you typing?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
AWM Ahmad, still you are typing the
Yes, miss. I'm
coding?
doing.
Okay.
In final project, must we include the PHP or any web things to our final project?
What?
In our final project,
Yes.
must we include the web item in our project, madam? It is required for
Final year projects. Huh?
yes, madam.
Yeah, what do you ask? I couldn't get. Final year projects.
We have a project for in last year. If we must include any website part for that.
How you now you are in the second semester?
Yes,
What is the project you have assigned? That is for your industry exposure or what?
yes, in our training period.
Yeah, that is industry exposure. Yeah, that is depend on the whatever the things you have done in your industry exposure. You have to talk with these matters. Coordinator of the first year coordinator, right, Mr. Asita Vijayavardhana. You can talk with him and ask what is the if you have completed your final year this industry exposure, you can ask how he is going to evaluate, the industry exposure.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Okay, madam.
What are things you have covered in your working place you want to show us? I don't know what is the situation in, now. Earlier we practiced like that, right? That is not the actual, not the IT related, because this is the second after first semester you gone through this industry exposure. Some students find the places not relevant to the IT, right? Because that is only for the exposure. If you are going for industry training, then definitely you want to do the IT related work. Here we are not expect like that, but if you better if you find the place related to your discipline, right? Then you can clarify with the coordinator how you are going to evaluate the industry exposure. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Right, this one is completed. Now you got the idea how you can use the increment plus plus a and after the increment the return value, right? Return at the beginning and then increment by 1, right? Plus plus variable and before the variable, if you write the plus plus, what is the output, that is pre-increment one. The post-increment, what are the difference for the post-increment? Got the idea?
Yes, madam.
Right. Then next one, that is also with the post-increment and pre-increment exercise. Right here, we write the echo statement with the heading tag. We use heading tags here. First one, that is like heading post increment. Right here, we write the assign the variable, then value with the that is post increment. Right. Then you can write the actual value. After post increment one, you can see the actual value. Then the pre-increment, again post decrement and pre-decrement. These four situations are here. You can write with the heading tag and different variables and see the all these four instances. You can see how you can get the output of these four increment and yeah, post increment, pre-increment, post decrement, and pre-increment. These four things you can use within this single program. Right, you got the answers?
No, madam, not it.
Not yet?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes. Right, once you finish, please tell me. Then otherwise we are wasting time.
Right, madam.
And I already actually I have sent this presentation. If you had time, you would practice earlier also. Right, then it's okay. Now, shall we move on to the next one?
Okay, madam.
Right, then next one, conditional statements, right? Conditional statement, how to use the if statement, if else and else if or switch statement. These are the conditional statement. And normally when you write the if statement, you want to write the keyword if, then you can write the expression, right? Expression you can write. Then you can write after that within curly brace you can write the coding to be executed. Is the if statement, right? If you are using more than one if else statement, right? Like nested if else statement, that's also you can write. Right? The example at the beginning, you write the only if statement. You can assign the name, right? Variable into the name. Then you check if this variable equal to this one, right? The assign in one, you can display it. Yeah, your name is this one, right? What is the variable you have assigned, right? Then only if statement we have used here. Right? Then the next statement, just you display the another text, and there is no else part at the beginning. Here in the first example, we don't have else part, only if statement. If condition, then right, if you want to perform the different action from the different decision, then you want to write the if else statements. Right? Then write the first one. Here we write the BR tag to get the new line. Right? Checking the things are equal because we have assigned the variable at the top. Right, after the PHP tags, you assign the variable. Then whether we check whether we have assigned the variable. If yes, then you will display the result here. Right. Then there are two lines you should appear. One is your name is this one, and then you can display another text as well. Yeah, can you understand this if else statement?
Yes, miss.
Right, finish. Have you practiced the first one?
Yes, madam.
If so, we
Yes,
can
madam.
move. Yeah, because now already familiar these things. We covered this thing in other languages. So just you want to write the PHP coding and see how it works. Right, then go to the next one. No need this exercise you can do at home. Then use the if-else statement, right? If you have the if-else statement, you write the if and then expression. Then what are the, if the condition is true, you won't write the code to be executed if the above expression return true, right? You won't write the coding if the condition is true. If not, we write the, after writing the curly bracket, you won't write the else part, right? Then if the condition become false, it works with the else part, right? The code to be executed if the above expression return false, either it works either the first one or second one, right? First coding, if the condition is true, it's working with the if part. If condition become false, it's working with the else part. Right, here you can assign the two variables. In the example, there are two variables assigned. If A less than B, and A is less than B, then you can display the message, and A is less than B. Otherwise, you can display the different message, right? A is bigger than B, or it's greater than B. Likewise, you can display the if else both in a single PHP coding. Okay. Right, then nested if else statement, if you can use the, if the two conditions is not enough, then you won't use the more than one if else statement. We call the nested if else statement. Then here you won't write the again if condition here, then else again you won't write the if condition. Another condition you won't write. There are 3-4 conditions, then you can write the nested if else statements. Right? This is the syntax of the nested if else statement. Then we write the example under the if else statement. Again, you can take the two variables, right? A and B. If A equal B, then you can display the one message. Else, you want to check whether A greater than B, then display the result. If not, that means A is less than B. Then you can write the again else part. Here we use the two if else statements, right? Two couple of if else statements. Here we use to display the output. Right? Then you use the equal sign, greater than symbol, and these arithmetic operators you can use with the if else statements. Right, once you finish, then you can change the variables, right? Variable values you can change and see the different output, right? You can write either same variable, right? Equal number, then you can see the first one, the output as the first one, then A greater than B, another one, B is greater than A. Likewise, you can change the value of the variables and see the all the outputs. You can look in how it works with the if else statement. Right, then move on to the next one, that is there is exercise. I think better you can do at home. I write the exercise, write a program to find the grade of the student by giving his or her marks. Right, using if else statement, you can write the PHP coding. Right, if marks is, you can write the exercise and do at home. Right, if marks is greater than 80, display the got the answer grade A. The marks between 70 to 80, grade B. Right, marks between 60 to 70, grade C, otherwise fail. Right, there are 4 conditions. Right, then you can write the same nested if else statement to write this PHP coding. Right, as homework you can do that one. Then we can move on to the switch statement. Right, next one, switch statement. Can you remember how to write the common formula for switch statement? Normally we write the, instead of writing a number of if else statement, you can use the switch statement for that. Right, switch, then you can write the within bracket expression. Then it may contain the number of case blocks, case 1, case 2, case 3, like. Then after the case statement, colon, then statement. Each case block terminate with the break statement. Right? Case 2 also with the break statement. Likewise, you can write the number of case blocks. Then there is a default block. If the expression is not matched with the one of this case constant value, it will go to the default block. Right? Default block also end with the break statement, break and semicolon. This is how you can write the common common syntax or syntax of the switch statement. Right here we write the example. Right, example. If you assign in the variable into the value, then switch that variable. You can write the within bracket variable. Then with the case blocks, each case block you can write the either 0, 1 or 2, whatever the integer value you can write. If you write here 1 variable into 1, it will work with the case, it go to the case 1. Right? If you write the 2 here, then work with the case block 2. And what are the things we have within the echo statement, it will display because that is the case constant matching with the switch variable. If the switch variable match with the case constant, then you can see the output relevant to the particular case block. Yeah, for a session normally, what is the data usage for you? How much it will cost for the one session normally? For your dongle or either any lease line? How much for you are spending for one session, 2-hour session?
2-hour session we have.
I can't hear. Yeah, Shihan Fernando. Yeah, how much you spend for one session? Cost?
3 hours, madam.
Uh,
To 600 megabyte. 3 hours. For 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes.
600.
Huh?
600 megabytes.
600.
3 hours.
Good. 600. Then per day, 1000. More than 1000?
Yes, madam.
It's a bit cost, no?
1 GB, around 1.5 GB something.
Yeah, we are not employed, difficult to manage also. No? You're also trying to work with the learn, still not happen yet. That one. Once the learn facility got, then you can use the free of charge. Still, I think we haven't complete that task. Until now, you have to manage. However, you have to manage this.
Normal 1.5 GB is.
Okay, switch statement. Finish. Ahmad, can you understand?
Yes, miss.
Okay, finish. This switch statement coding was over. You got the answers?
Not yet, miss.
Not yet. Okay. Finish it.
Yes, madam.
Okay. If there are any errors, actually, sometimes you might open the double quote if you haven't finished that, right? If you haven't closed this, and without the semicolon, you can't get the answer, right? So make the corrections, right? Then only you can see the correct answer. And after the break, also semicolon, then case statement, case constant, then you can see that this is the colon, not the semicolon, right? It's a colon. Likewise, if you miss any of those semicolon or double quote, whatever things, then you can't get the answer, right? Right, then we can move on to the, now we have to finish by 12 because as you have the lecture at 12:15, I have to finish by 12. Then next week we will start a little bit earlier, not the 10, 9:30 we will start. It's okay?
Okay, miss. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because we have to cover up this half an hour also. Right, then next Tuesday, 9:30 we can start. Then we move on to the next one, that is PHP arrays, right? PHP arrays. Then there are three types of arrays are available. Why we use the array? Right? If you use the single variable, then you can use, if there are same variable, right, same data type with this different values with the same data type, then instead of using the different variables, you can use the arrays, right? Say integer values, for integer values, if we have 10 values with the integer variables, then instead of writing variable A, B, C, D like 10 variables, we can use array with the one variable. Then you can declare all the variables, right, as a array. Only one things we need. Right, then basically in the PHP we have only three arrays. First one is a numerical array, second one associative array, third one multidimensional array. Right, numerical array mean you want to use the numeric or number. Numeric array store each array element with the numerical index. Right, you want to write the index if you are using the numerical array. Then there are two ways to create the, write the numerical array. We will see these two both ways. First one, now say you want to display the three names, right? That is three names. Then first student name. The first one, that is index within square brace, you want to write the index. That is 0 index, right? That is first element, right? Then this is the text you are going to display. The second one, same variable name. Then here you write the index, right? That's why we call the numerical array. We use the element with the numerical index. Then 1, 2, like if you want to display 3, right? 3 strings you can write with the numerical index 0, 1, 2, right? Then the first student's name, if you want to display the first student name, these are the three students' names you want to display. First student name, we write with the 0 index. Then you write the echo statement, the first student name, dot operator here, then student name, what is the variable you want to write, where you display the 0 index. Right, student name 0. That means you can see the first student name. Right, then you can put the new line. The second student name index is 1. Third student name, that is index is 1. Same index is 2. Then all the students names you can display using the numerical array. Right? Can you understand how to write the numerical array? At the beginning, you want to define. You want to define the three arrays, right? Using numerical index. Then you can display the output using the whatever the text you want to display, the first student's name or the second student name within double quote. If you write something within double quote, it will display as it is, and dot operator and array variable name, right? Now here our array variable is $student name. We write the in proper way when you declare the variable names. Student name is a 2 words. You can't write the 2 words in between. You won't write the underscore character, either single variable name. Within square bracket, you can write the whatever the index you want. You can write the 0, 1, 2, whatever the index, numerical index you want, you can display. Right? This is how this is first method to display the numerical array. Yatarindu, can you understand how to define the numerical array?
Madam,
Yeah.
Numeric array same as the indexed array?
Yes, yes. It's an index array. Right?
Thank you, ma'am.
It's a one way to declare the numerical array. There is another method I will display in the next slide. We have how to define the numerical array with the function. Right? This is the index array or numerical array. Okay? By comma, then function. This is the starting of the function. This is the ending. The close the function. Then using the array function, you can create the numerical array also. First one we have done the using array index. Here the same way you can write using the array function. Then you say you want to display the second student name, right? Then you want to write the echo statement and write the within double quote whatever the message you want to display as output. And dot operator, you can write the variable. Variable what? Student names are the variable. Then within square brace, write the index. Right? Second student name. Then what is the index? Here we write the first index. Right? Second student is a Mahesh. Then you want to write is starting from the zero index. Zero index, that is Nimal, first or element of the array, that is the Mahesh. Then to display the second student name, you should write the variable with the index is 1, right, with the semicolon. This is how you can display the numerical array with functions, right? Numerical array with the array function. Previous example, that is numerical array with the indexes, right? Numerical value. Here we write the numerical array with the array function. This is the second method to display the numerical array in PHP. Right, then last example, I think today's session will using the numerical array to find the size of the array. You normally write the count function, right, to find the size of this array. Then first you want to declare the numerical array, right? If you say fruits, then array how many fruits you have to display here, 1, 2, 3. To count the how many numerical the values here, you can write the within count function, write the assign in variable name, right? Then print there are how many variables in your numerical array, right? How many types of fruits are available? You can assign this one also into the different variable and display the result. Then next one is associative array. We can do in the next class. Before that, there is another array function as well, right? Numerical array. Actually, you have the presentation. If you want, you can, if you have now time, you can practice at home also. And however, we can continue the lecture from next week. Right? Any problems or any things you want to ask? Right? Chamat Nirmal, can you hear me?
Yes,
You
miss.
can give the answer. Yeah. Chamat Nirmal, yes. Finish the numerical array in second method using functions, array function. Not yet. Have you finished the second example under numerical array? Yeah, you can answer. Right. What about others? Nizal Buddila?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Second method you have completed?
Yes, madam.
Finish.
Simple.
Okay, then Huh?
The
No,
method
any
given
errors?
by- No,
Yeah,
nothing.
using using array function, you did that example, right? Then you can practice. If you haven't practiced the size to find the size of the array, you can do that at home, and we will continue the associative array from the next week. Okay, anybody have any issues? Because I can do more time, but you have the lectures at 12:15. So I can wind up the session. Do you have any questions regarding today's? We have very little content we have covered today because half an hour lost because of the power, the connection, right? Poor connection of our internet facilities. Then do you have any questions? Anyone can ask? Harinder? Yeah. Do you have any questions? No? Right. Then we can finish today's session. Right. Then you can practice whatever the things we have done today. Again, you can do that at home. Right. Then we can continue with the associative array from the next week. Right. We'll start 9:30 next Tuesday. Okay then.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss.
Okay.
Thank you, madam.